5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start. The Government of India continues to focus on enhancing the country's infrastructure as a key driver of economic growth. Over the past few years, substantial investments have been made in improving transportation networks, including roads, railways, and airports. These efforts are intended to connect distant regions and facilitate smoother movement of goods and people. The construction of highways, expansion of rail lines, and development of modern airports are expected to create numerous job opportunities and boost trade. The push for infrastructure development also aligns with the government's goal to increase the ease of doing business in the country. By reducing bottlenecks in transportation and logistics, businesses will be able to operate more efficiently, leading to faster economic growth. The government has also launched several initiatives to simplify regulatory processes and reduce the time it takes to set up new businesses. This move is anticipated to attract more foreign direct investment and provide local entrepreneurs with the tools they need to thrive. A crucial part of these infrastructure projects is the modernization of India's energy sector. With the growing demand for energy, especially in urban centers, the government has placed a strong emphasis on renewable energy sources. Solar, wind, and hydropower projects are being developed across the country with the aim of reducing dependence on fossil fuels and cutting carbon emissions. The expansion of green energy capacity is expected to contribute to the country's efforts to meet its climate goals under international agreements such as the Paris Climate Accord. In addition to the large-scale energy projects, the government is also focusing on making energy more accessible to rural populations. Rural electrification programs are being carried out in several states with the goal of providing electricity to every household. This effort is expected to improve the quality of life in rural areas, promote economic activity, and support education and healthcare services. By ensuring that all citizens have access to reliable power, the government aims to create an inclusive society that leaves no one behind. The education sector remains one of the top priorities for the government. Various schemes and programs have been launched to promote literacy and skill development, especially in underserved areas. The National Skill Development Mission, for example, aims to equip young people with practical skills that will make them employable in a competitive job market. In addition to vocational training, the government has also made significant investments in building new schools and improving the infrastructure of existing ones. One of the government's key educational initiatives is the promotion of digital learning. The pandemic highlighted the importance of technology in education, and as a result, digital classrooms and e-learning platforms are being introduced across the country. This shift not only makes education more accessible but also prepares students for the digital economy. The government is working to ensure that students in rural and remote areas have the necessary tools, such as computers and internet connectivity, to take advantage of online education opportunities. Another critical area of focus is healthcare. The government has introduced several initiatives to ensure that quality healthcare is available to all citizens, especially those in rural areas. The National Health Mission, for example, has played an important role in improving healthcare infrastructure and providing essential services like maternal and child health care, immunization, and treatment for infectious diseases. Along with these programs, the government is also focusing on strengthening the healthcare workforce by training doctors, nurses, and medical technicians. While the government has made significant strides in improving public services, issues related to corruption and inefficiency persist. There have been ongoing efforts to tackle these problems by implementing measures aimed at increasing transparency in governance. Digital platforms have been introduced to streamline processes, reduce paperwork, and eliminate intermediaries. These efforts are expected to improve the delivery of public services, making them more efficient and accountable to citizens. Despite these efforts, social inequality remains a challenge. There are significant disparities in access to education, healthcare, and employment opportunities, particularly for marginalized communities. The government is working on several affirmative action programs to address these disparities, such as reservations in education and government employment. However, there is still much to be done to ensure that all citizens, regardless of their background, have equal opportunities to succeed. Environmental sustainability is another area where the government is focusing its efforts. The growing threat of climate change and environmental degradation has prompted the introduction of various measures aimed at preserving the natural environment. These measures include stricter regulations on pollution, incentives for green businesses, and programs to conserve water and forest resources. The government is also encouraging citizens to adopt sustainable lifestyles by promoting recycling, reducing plastic use, and conserving energy. The government's commitment to environmental sustainability is also evident in its support for the global climate agenda. India has been actively involved in international discussions on climate change and has committed to reducing its carbon footprint in line with global agreements. Renewable energy projects, such as the construction of solar parks and the promotion of electric vehicles, are part of the country's efforts to transition to a low-carbon economy. In the international arena, India continues to play an important role as a regional and global power. The country has strengthened its diplomatic ties with neighboring countries and major global powers. India's foreign policy emphasizes cooperation in areas such as trade, security, and technology. The country's leadership in international organizations like the United Nations and the World Trade Organization reflects its growing influence in global affairs. In conclusion, the government's policies are designed to foster inclusive growth, improve public services, and create a sustainable future for the nation. While there are challenges, the government remains committed to addressing them through comprehensive reforms and programs aimed at improving the lives of the citizens. Continued investment in infrastructure, education, healthcare, and environmental sustainability will play a vital role in India's future development. With the collective effort of all citizens, India is poised to become a leading global power in the years ahead. Stop.